All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, we are back with some more One Piece. And I know you guys see the title. Don't worry. I'm gonna explain to y'all real quick what's going on. Last time we watched episodes 957 to 959, and today we will only be watching episode 960. Now, I'm going to lean back from the 3-episode model that I had for One Piece, mostly so that I can get a more consistent upload schedule, not just for One Piece but for all the anime that I'm watching. And because of my, it was pretty rare that I would upload often with One Piece, and it would be 3-episode drops. So instead of doing 3-episode drops that I will hopefully only do like once a week or something like that, I'll instead try to do 1-episode drops 3 times a week. Hopefully that can lessen the load almost for the other anime that I'm watching, and I'll be able to get things out more consistently and in a more organized manner, so that I'm not always falling off, like watching 3 episodes at a time and tiring myself out, not feeling like doing the rest of the episodes for the week. So for now, I'm gonna try a 1 episode per video schedule and see how that goes. The plan is One Piece Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Death Note on Saturdays, and I still don't have the results as of recording this episode for the new anime that's coming to the channel, but whatever anime wins, that will be on Sundays. Each of those drops 1 episode a week, and eventually whenever I finish streaming Naruto, which Naruto streams will hopefully be coming back by the time this goes up. It should already be back by the previous weekend, but once Naruto is completed on the stream, the rewatch for that, Naruto Shippuden will be taking the slot for Tuesdays and Thursdays. So with only 1 episode videos, I'll be able to at least watch, like, at most it would be like 7 episodes or something like that, or 7 episodes for each show. So that'd be 3 One Piece episodes, 2 Shippuden episodes, and then 1 for whichever anime wins in Death Note. And I think I can knock those out in like 2 days, so I'll be able to have videos prepared for the whole week on that schedule a lot more easily than if I was doing 3 episodes for One Piece Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and trying to cram in 9 episodes on top of the other anime, which would just be impossible for me with my current schedule outside of YouTube and all that stuff. So that's what we're doing for now. We're gonna see if this works out, and if I can squeeze in more episodes, I'll do bonus drops and things like that throughout the week. But anyways, in the last video, we watched episodes 957 to 960, and we got a little information dump after wrapping up Act 2 of the Wano arc and reaching into Act 3, which will probably be the climax of this incredible arc. Hopefully they keep the animation style. I'm hoping it's not just a Wano exclusive animation style once they leave Wano. But regardless, that is where we are at with episode 957. We saw quite a few things, actually. We got to see how Big News Morgan sort of controls the entirety of the public's perception of the underground world in terms of the pirate force that runs rampant throughout the Grand Line and the rest of the different oceans, the East Blue, North Blue, South Blue, West Blue. We saw it demonstrated even before with the conclusion of Whole Cake, which Big News Morgan's basically used clickbait essentially to try to steer people into the direction of believing that Big Mom had lost against Luffy after he had defeated Katakuri and was able to escape from her island while also taking back Sanji. And he spun it as Luffy being essentially the 5th emperor of the sea unofficially, and that is what sparked up his bounty up to the billions. And we got to see some updated bounties from the other emperors, and we know that Luffy, I mean, he's not up there, but they got money on them, bro. They in the billies, 3, 4, 5 billions on them, bro. Like Whitebeard, Blackbeard, Kaido, Big Mom, Shanks, they ain't no slouches, bro. They have got some money on them. But regardless, Big News Morgan's was very, very adamant in keeping to his own morality as far as how he wishes to portray the news, and is not going to be controlled by any outside forces, even the government, who attempted to infiltrate his news office and try to force him to censor different things about the news that he was putting out there for the world. And he said, nah, he beat that government agents. It was part of CP0, wasn't it? Like, he beat that dude's ass, and he said, we out of here, bro. Actually, I can't curse anymore. You guys know that? I need to start censoring my words. I need to censor myself because YouTube is getting pretty heavy on the profanity filtering thing, and a lot of videos not only get demonetized but even blocked for a lot of things if you're you got a bit of a potty mouth. So I'll probably try to censor my videos, but I'm gonna censor myself and not use profanity as often and curse as much. But anyways, in that episode we also got to see the crumbling of the warlord system that the government took advantage of. Now, as we know, the warlord system, the warlord program essentially that they had going on was a way to maintain power in the seas, a sort of bridge between the government and navy and the pirate world. You have these pirates sanctioned by the government that were, essentially granted immunity, but in any case that the government needed their help, the warlords would have to respond no matter what. And we knew a lot of these warlords to be pretty morally, finicky, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah, you have some that are pretty good people, pretty decent people, some that are extremely evil and have their own ulterior motives, and some that just don't care and want to stay out of the way. You got Mihawk, who is not really the most politically decisive person. He sort of just keeps to his own. You have Boa Hancock, who's a similar way, tries to protect her people on her own island, and is just like, if y'all don't bother us, we won't bother you, sort of deal. You have people like Jinbei that were that was very, very against what the government was doing as far as Ace's execution and all that stuff, and he seems to be a person with very high moral standards and a good guy overall. And then you have scumbags and dirty mongrels like Moria and Crocodile, who of course got kicked out. You got Doflamingo. I mean, it goes all over the place. There's no real black or white justification with either side of a lot of these different warlords, and that is the reason why Fujitora, amongst others, I'm sure, within the Navy, was extremely against this program and the government using these pirates, because they're pirates at the end of the day, using these pirates for their own benefit. And he wanted to see the end of this system because of how it had negatively affected multiple countries, including Alabasta and Dressrosa. We'd seen the extent of this horrible system and how these pirates could take advantage of being a warlord to gain control of these different countries. And of course, King Riku and King Cobra headed on the vote to get rid of the warlords, and of course a lot of countries agreed, essentially breaking down the system. And now all these warlords are under threat of being taken down by the government because they know exactly where they are, so it will just take them out. But of course, they're warlords for a reason. They're strong and they're gonna fight back. But in other news, we got to hear some lore on the backstories and history of a lot of the emperors, including Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido, and how they were a part of a pirate crew led by Captain Rox. Captain Rox is a legendary pirate who has been fabled to be this, monster of a human being, someone who went up against the likes of Garp and Roger as well, and might still be alive. We don't know. I mean, people are saying like this might mark the return of Rox. We don't have a definitive answer as to whether he's dead or not, but regardless, this man was so crazy that even though this was years ago, he had 3 whole emperors, prior to them being emperors, of course, on his crew. That says a lot about this crew that he was leading. That says a lot about him, that he was leading the crew. It was a cutthroat crew. They'll kill each other on a whim, and it was kind of insane to hear their whole entire story, this battle that they had with Garp and Roger forming an alliance to take him out, and a battle so crazy it took out an entire island. I mean, there's just like these are gods that we're playing with at this point. Maybe not that crazy, but it's kind of crazy, bro. But it got to give us a bit more insight on why Big Mom and Kaido were open to forming this alliance on top of how pissed they are at a certain Monkey D. Luffy. And getting back to the crew, episode 958, we went ahead and saw just how ready the crew is to get going on this fight. Luffy, of course, worried about Jinbei, who we had left behind on Whole Cake as we escaped the island. Jinbei had stayed back to protect the rear of the ship, help out his fellow fishmen, pirates, and Aladdin and all those good people. Fend off the Big Mom pirates as Luffy escaped. We don't know exactly what happened to him, but Luffy and Zoro are fairly confident in Jinbei's ability to escape there and that he will return to Wano eventually. Speaking of people that might return to Wano, or rather come to Wano, not return because they've never been there, Cat Viper still hasn't made his way back, or at least we don't know if he's made his way back over to Wano with Marco. And you know, Cat Viper and the rest of the Minks have this insane ability that we saw in Whole Cake demonstrated by Carrot, which would be extremely helpful in the battle. That Sulong form in the light of the full moon would make a devastating powerhouse of a team. But with the fire festival underway, the island of Inagashima is slowly becoming prone or vulnerable to invasion, and with Kinemon and the rest of the Akazaya 9 waiting on the port that has been updated by none other than Kinemon. It seems as though the plan is going wrong already, even before it started, because the ships that Frankie had been getting ready has still not made it to the port. Assuming the worst, it seems as though they might have been ambushed, which I was expecting, but I'm not entirely sure it's because of the reason I was expecting from, due to Beppo and the rest of Law's crew thinking that Law is still trapped. As we know, Law had been freed, taken out Hawkins, and we saw that Drake was actually a part of the Navy, going undercover into Kaido's crew. A lot of moving pieces here, a lot, bros. There's a lot to keep track of. But Law is essentially freed. I don't think he's been able to inform his crew yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Orochi and the dude that leads the ninja force had planted Beppo in them, or had planted this idea into Beppo and the rest of Law's crew to try to trick Kinemon and them by handing them a fake note of a new port for them to meet at. Rest in peace to my boy Yasui, who had sacrificed his life to try and preserve the secret plan that they had on the Fire Festival. But if Beppo and them had actually, tricked them into thinking that that was the new port to meet at, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to see what the real reason is for the port being empty. And I believe that is where we ended off, with Kinemon absolutely desperate to try and fight against Kaido, even thinking that he could go on alone with the Akazaya 9 to try and take him out without the need for an army. But we'll have to see what happens here. Let's get into this episode. If you guys would like to watch the full reaction, links are always in the description. Early reactions for Patreon and Discord members are in the link in the description below as well. Discord members get a day early on these reactions, and Patreon members get up to a week early. But let's get into it here. Episode 960. I'm gonna try to skip this. All right. The night before the great battle. That is the clearest look we've got of Oden yet. Oh my god. Over here drooling. Oh, they found the Sunny? Ew. Don't you dare touch the Sunny! No! There's nobody there to protect it, is there? There has to be someone on the ship. Who's on the ship? Get those bombs out of there. Sunny, protect yourself. Nah, that's cap. That's so cap. No way y'all destroyed the Sunny. They have been over here sabotaging Kuri and Udon. Land of Kuri, land of Udon, land of Ringo, land of Hakumai. Oh god. Itachi Port. Over here destroying all the ports. You better watch out. Put respect on my boy Yasui's name. Man, this dude just, as crazy as he is, he's really messing up their plans. They like, we gotta do what we gotta do, boy. Yep. Uncle Bore. Jesus. Yeah, he's like nothing left to lose, man. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, bro. Ay, ay, ay. 41? Yeesh. Going back to ODEN time. Hydra wives and daughters. Livestock too. Is this man a giant? Are we finally gonna get the real ODEN flashback? Yeah, that dude huge. And he buffed it. Oh my god, he got arms, bro. And he got legs. He ain't skipped no days. Yeah, chest, arms, leg, everything. Yeah. He just wants to be free. He wants to go on an adventure. You don't need to break stuff, bro. He's big as hell, bro. He's as tall as these buildings. He got that Kinemon height. He got that Brook height. So you're just gonna jump off a cliff. What's that tiny pebble splash? What? Oh, a new eye catcher. Ooh, that was fire. I like that. For Roger? Oh man, that's clean. Oh, we might be getting a real ODEN flashback there. What? Oh, we going in. They're going in. They're going in on the flashback, bro. I think get to learn about these legends. Why everyone's fighting so hard. This is before it got absolutely sapped of life. It looked like a Disney World. Disney story. What is in there? What is that? A boar? Sure it's a boar? Who's this? Is this young Kinemon? Nah, he wouldn't be this young at this time, would he? No, he wouldn't. I mean, he wouldn't be this old. He'd be a lot younger. Is that him? That might be him, actually. Yeah, it is him. Never mind. A completely different hair. He looks like a ruffian. He looks like a hooligan. Gotta break his finger. Oh my lord. Whoa! Organs? But I'm not an organ donor. You can't do that. Stripped him naked, bro. What the hell's going with you, bro? Oh my god. Kozuki Sukiyaki, Oden's father. 2 rabbits at once. So he's superhuman. He was 6? What is good with this dude? Blacklisted Yakuza. And he was 14, bro. Dude, what is this guy? When he was 15. Where are we at right now? He's an absolute demon. Those women's boyfriends, parents, and husbands. That's why they say, hide your wives, hide your daughters. He is not 15. Are you crazy? That's a grown-ass man, bro. Notice of disavowal. Yeah, he said, you too wild. I can't have you on the block. You ain't no son of mine. He's going in right now. It is boiling hot. You're just drinking from a straight up boiling pot. Why here? You couldn't start a fire somewhere else? You needed to use this man's burning pyre? Like, Jesus. Katsuzo. You know him? Okay, so I guess he knows the person that died. I guess that makes it better. And that's just how he paid his respects, man. They had one last meal together. So cool. Kurokoma. Oh, my boy Ryo. Yes, sir. Hyogoro. How do you fall for that? Denjiro. That man couldn't do simple math. He said, I gave you 30 and this costs 30, so that's 60. He's like, oh, okay. That's the little demon thing we saw. Not little. Definitely not little. Oh, I'm about to smack that shit into space. There he is. Bro, it's already destroying the... Like, good lord, everything's on fire. Oden Sama. Get in there, bro. It's my time to shine. Let me show y'all what it means to be a monster. Nah, that man really been hitting the gym, bro. Straight up Hulk. Dave Bautista over here, bro. Dwayne Johnson looking. Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I mean, are you gonna say no? Who's gonna stop him? I won't. Here, have it, bro. I'm not gonna say nothing. You do what you gotta do, bro. Oh boy, got to see some new Smile Fruit users. You got like a little, is this a, I don't even know what kind of bird this is. Eagle, definitely not a parrot. I don't know. Green bird. That's a green bird. It's a green crow. It's the crow man. Another winged. It's just the wings though. He doesn't have an actual bird on his. It's just a complete random selection. So Sunny definitely isn't destroyed because we ain't see no. We ain't see no body. You know what I mean? Like we ain't see the Sunny body after it blew up. So the Sunny ain't gone. That's for sure. There ain't no body. It's still alive. That's the rule. Now the bridges, we seen a body, so it's right there. So the bridges are gone. Bridges are done. The connective tissue between these different cities are being severed so that there's no way anyone to get to the required ports that they need to in order to make this rendezvous happen. I mean, yeah, there's really no way. And considering how crazy the weather is, I mean, unless you had Nami on there or something, like there's no way they're sailing the ship around. So Tokage port is blocked off. Without their 4,000 deep army, man, they're just they gotta just go in. The Akazaya 9, or more like the Akazaya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Akazaya 7. We're missing 2. We're missing Denjiro and Cat Viper, but I mean 7's still pretty good. 7 out of 9. I mean, you see, you can still do some damage. Definitely not as much damage as if you had an actual army. But with this Oden flashback, it seems like we're actually going to get the reasoning behind their extremely deep motivation to protect Wano. I mean, we're seeing how lively and gorgeous it was. I mean, it was gorgeous when we got here, but now it's just there's wildlife like living freely and looking all happy. It looks like a Disney fairy tale type of, like, all the animals are happy to see each other. Like, that's literally what it was living there. So it makes sense that they want to get back to this. And then we also get to see who Oden is as a person. We heard bits and pieces, but now really seeing who he is, I feel like they're gonna really beef up how eccentric and wild he is, and what made him so appealing to people, as well as forming these relationships with legendary people, not just pirates but just people in general. You got Gold Roger, and like, I mean, to impress that guy, he's got to be something different. Like, you gotta be real different. You gotta be something special. And you're only seeing just a little bit of why he was able to attract such attention. My boy Hyogoro, oh man, Hyo built up. That he shrunk to like a tenth of his size, bro. He is huge. His hair was literal flames, bro. Look at it. Yakuza of a capital. Like, look at his hair, bro. Like, how do you get it like that? What type of hair gel do you use for your hair to be like that, bro? It's literal flames. Super Saiyan Blue or whatever it was. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, whatever it was that Goku was using. That's what he was. He was in there in his regular state. It's a fire shot right here. This is the thumbnail. This right here is the thumbnail, man. Yeah, great episode. We definitely need to get into more of these. I need to learn about who this Oden man really was. The flashback of this arc. Every arc has a deep and intricate flashback, which I think does well to flesh out the new characters that they introduce. But Oden is definitely one I was looking forward to, so can't wait. Is that a Tanuki? Is that really what that was? That was a little Tanuki right there, bro. Oh man. I was about to say let's get into it, but I just realized this is the only episode for this video. That does it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. On this one should be actually going up Friday, so Monday we'll be getting into episode 961. But that does it for this video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode just as much as I did, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace.